This man walked through security with a bag full of assault rifles. But right then, the security guard got a phone call and didn't notice what he was carrying. Luckily, a flight attendant stopped him because he'd missed the boarding time. Even though he pleaded, she wouldn't let him through. Just then, a man named Mark noticed what was happening. As a top-tier VIP with the airline, he stepped in to help, asking the flight attendant to make an exception. But his well-meaning gesture ended up putting all 200 passengers in danger. The man boarded the plane and calmly reported to his boss. Then he placed the backpack in the overhead bin like nothing was wrong. The hijackers hadn't even made a move yet, when a young girl noticed something strange. She had just used the bathroom and was looking for toilet paper, when she spotted something terrifying on the floor. She rushed back to her seat, clearly shaken. Her friend asked what was wrong. She opened her palm. Inside was a bullet. They were all terrified. The girl ran to get her teacher and showed him. The teacher instantly grew tense, and said he'd report it to the crew. He got up and went to the flight attendant, but instead of raising the alarm, he just asked for a drink. Then he casually walked to first class, handed the bullet to another man, and told him one of their guys had dropped it. Turns out, the teacher was part of the hijack crew. He suggested they start the plan early. The boss agreed and gave him a green hat, the signal that the operation would begin in 5 minutes. Once the others saw the hat, they grabbed weapons from the bag. At the exact moment, all the hijackers pulled out handguns and took control of the entire cabin. A flight attendant tried to alert the captain, but the boss blocked her way. They ordered everyone to stay quiet and confiscated all communication devices, even the kids' gaming consoles. They had the passengers under control, but they couldn't get into the cockpit. It could only be opened from the inside. One hijacker stood at the cockpit door with a gun. The captain saw him and moved to open the door. The co-pilot tried to stop him, but the captain punched him, then hit the open button. They had already done their homework. The lead flight attendant was the captain's wife, and using her as leverage, they forced the captain to obey. What the hijackers didn't know was that there was a top-level negotiator on board. Mark stood up and walked toward the leader, pretending just to hand over his phone. Then he calmly shared his plan. He said with 200 passengers, someone was bound to resist. But with his negotiation skills, he could keep everyone in line.
I don't care about any of those people. I just want to get home to my family.
Right after he finished talking, 2 passengers jumped a hijacker and started choking him from behind.